Every month, we pick one lucky commenter and subscriber from all of our unboxings, and they win a £100 OnTableTop gift card. And remember to click that little bell, because that really helps us out.
Hi everybody, it's Justin from OnTableTop. I'm joined by Jerry.
Hola.
Today we're having a look at some Infinity. So, Jerry, what do we have?
We've got some Haqqislam.
He's been refusing to say the name of these ones just because he knows we're going to butcher them.
I have no idea how that's pronounced, and I'm not even attempting it.
So, I'm going to go for Khawarij.
Yeah, you go for
or
it.
something like that.
You do you.
Anyway, it's a box of troopers for Haqqislam that we're going to have a look at. Now, these guys actually have some rather nice skills. So, if you're ever looking at a box of these and you're actually wondering what their stats are, Infinity have an army builder online. And you see this tiny little symbol here on the top right of the box?
Yes.
That's how you discover which one it is if you don't know all the names and stuff, so if you're a new player. Now, I was having a look at these guys, and they have some very nice abilities. So they have martial arts level 1.
Oh, that's good.
So for close combat, these guys are rocking a 23 on a D20 system. So their opponent, because of the martial arts level 1, gets a -3 if I remember right, and these guys get a +1 damage. Yes. They do also, however, have poisoned weapons, which I find quite interesting. So their close combat weapon is a double action close combat weapon, right? So you can save twice. Because of poison, on top of that, you're taking a BTS roll, which is sort of the hack save.
Yeah.
On top of that, so you've pretty much, if you land a hit with these guys, and you're probably going to with that close combat, your opponent's getting 3 saves.
Yeah.
Now,
but they are by no means close combat only.
No, they do have some very nice shooting options.
They've got ridiculous shooting options.
Well, I'll start having a look at some of the models here if you want to shout out what we've got here. So we've got a guy with a pistol.
Yeah, he's just your standard trooper, and like all Infinity, always lovely. So that's the little MK12 pistol.
Yeah. We've got another guy.
That looks like he should be rocking a rocket launcher. So heavy rocket launcher in a unit that's predominantly vicious up close.
Yeah.
That sends out a statement of intent that people are not going to sit back and hope that you won't get to them, because they will pay for sitting back.
Yeah.
We also have the Spitfire.
Spitfires are always good.
Yeah, Spitfires.
They've just been a solid weapon through all editions of the game.
Yeah.
We've then got this guy as well. I love the flow of the capes on these.
So that could be the boarding shotgun, or that could, well, there's two there that could potentially either have the boarding shotgun or missile launcher.
I think I'm looking at the back here, and I think that's a light shotgun on his back.
Yeah, but there is one rocking a boarding shotgun, so it just depends how they fit together.
Yeah, again, since Infinity updated the rule set, the shotguns, if you get into that close range, they are just vicious.
Yep.
So we've got one of the close combat weapons here. We've then got the rocket launcher. I do like the design of the Haqqislam weapons.
Yeah. Oh, they're gorgeous. It's like anything that comes out of Corvus Belli for Infinity, though. They're all stunning.
I'm guessing, would this be the boarding shotgun, am I right?
Yeah, it's the boarding shotgun there.
We've got another little bit of a cape, another close combat weapon, and a rifle. And then, of course, we get 2 sets of legs for those that don't have them. I've been hearing for a good while that the guys at Infinity have been working on their builds. You remember when they first brought them out, you had tiny connection points? Well, I was talking to Carlos reasonably recently on his last visit, and he was saying they're trying to do a lot more of this, where you've got the plug-in socket to try and make it easier. So I'm very curious to see if that works out.
Even with some of the larger models, some of the new Yu Ching stuff, it's like 2 sections that cross and then lock together, rather than having a body going side by side, so it doesn't put stress down the center. It means they can hide the joins better, and they get better connection points. So they seem to be cutting up the CAD designs to make these a bit easier to build and a bit more secure when they are built.
So I actually really like putting these together.
Yeah.
Now, I will admit, I took a fair bit of green stuff just because I find working with metal models, it makes it that a little bit easier.
Right, whereas I try and stay away from green stuff all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it's a sculpting putty, it's not a modeling tool.
See, I always find if you're working with a heavy component, it just gives you that little bit of an extra bind while the glue sets.
No, just gel glue. Gel glue is the way of the future, my friend.
Well, if I had some, I would use it. All right, let's start having a look. So first up, we have our gentleman with his boarding shotgun. Really nice dynamic pose, as if he's just been caught off guard a little bit, looking around going, what's going on over there? Interesting one was the swords were actually separate, but once you get them on, they're actually in a really solid position. Really easy to put together and no true issues. Next up, our rocket launcher. Again, nice and dynamic. I'm just wondering why the cape is quite so blown over. Looks like they're in the middle of a bit of a storm.
I assume they're in some sort of terrible sandstorm, and some tag is just about to get a rocket right up the wazoo. It's probably something terrible that we don't like anyway.
Yeah. Knowing that it's probably Pano with a remote. We then have this guy. What's he got?
That's the Spitfire, isn't it? No.
Might be the Spitfire. I'm not sure. So we have... Let's have a quick look at the box, because they're all on there.
The MK12.
Ah, I see. Again, interesting pose for this one, because he's got his pistol up instead of firing with his main weapon, which is just, it's a nice pose, and I quite enjoy it. And then the last one is our Spitfire.
That's a Spitfire.
With...
everybody's favourite template.
I believe. Oh, now one of them had a light shotgun on his back. I'm not sure which one it was.
I think it's probably the guy that's his backup weapon for his heavy rocket launcher. It is.
Yeah. The stats for these are really, really good. Whenever you look at them in game, they've got really good close combat. Yeah, only martial arts level 1, but if you get the right target, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
That and having a double action close combat weapon is just fantastic, especially with that poison that we mentioned earlier. Overall, the shooting and stuff, it's around the average, and with Haqqislam, their physical is a little bit higher than the average trooper, which is just a bit of a saving grace sometimes. They're also a religious troop, so that makes a difference too. But really nice kit. I think if you pick them up, they're going to do some work for you, and it's nice to have the options in the box. Any final thoughts, Jerry?
No, that's more or less what I would be thinking myself. I try and stay away from Haqqislam, or at least keep them in my targets.
Why? What's your faction?
Yu Ching.
Ah, good man.
They're super fantastic, great, as Carlos would say.
All right, everybody, get your comments in below. Are you a Haqqislam player? Are you looking forward to this unit? We'll move on. We'll see you again soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.